Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to work through just a small issue with a type of button I've been using in my apps that used to be quite common, the flat button. And as you can see, flat button is deprecated and shouldn't be used. Use TextButton instead. See the migration guide in the Flutter documentation. That's quite a useful thing that the Android Studio highlights things like that as they change. Yeah, so if we have a look at the migration pathway here, there's quite a bit of text about why and what they're doing. But the main thing I encountered is that I went to change where I'm using my flat buttons. I quite like the fact that I've made my splash color a bit different. So to make a flat button, a text button instead, which seems a bit funny because we don't actually have text in the button. But to use the text button instead, it doesn't like being colours used this way, so get rid of that. It still works now, but it's got the splash colour going wrong. So there is a guideline here where we used to have splash colour, we now need to use a button style to override that. So we'll have a go at stripping out. Now we don't care about the focused or pressed, I don't think. Let's use this as 12 on all and see if that's going to make us happy. Now, we missed a closing bracket there. I think we might have. Cool. What do you know? Now we have nice buttons using the intended new button class. I can probably make this code a little bit cleaner since I'll no doubt reuse it in a few places. So any of these. There we go. Just a little bit cleaner there. Still works as intended. We can make this purple just to test it. That's a little bit obnoxious. What happens when we do purple like that? Wait, 12, I believe we're using. Perfect. So yeah, that's just a neat little thing that Android Studio highlights when a class is being deprecated and shouldn't be used anymore. I did have a quick experiment looking at using a gesture detector or a inkwell as an alternative. The inkwell kind of worked, but it was actually only having this little fill icon happening behind some of the elements with the way it worked. And I had some similar issues with no inkwell sort of indicating you're tapping clearly on the gesture detector class as well. So the TextButton class, even though it's actually just wrapping an empty container object down here, worked out to be the best option. So yeah, very short one today, but that's a little bit of maintenance on existing code, given that the app there I first started making close to a year ago now, when I first played with Flutter. Catch you next time.